I could finally tell you the secret that I've been holding. And it's not even a secret. I'm back from vacation. I'm back from Hawaii. I was in Honolulu, Hawaii, and Waikiki for about 5 days. And honey, that was the best vacation, the best time. It was amazing. We're going to talk about that today. I have not one, not two, but three recommendations of books that I've read in my time away. And I also went to a library. So I will be showing you the Honolulu, Hawaii in all its glory because it was beautiful. Yes, we have so much to unpack. So you know what? First of all, if you're new here, my name is Michaela. I go by Black Librarian on all platforms. Be sure to like and subscribe to this channel if you like book recommendations, if you like the library, if you want to know more about how to become a librarian, just the ins and outs of the workload and just the experience. But yes, and if you're not new here, welcome back. Get a snack, take a seat. You know what? Let's get into it. Okay. Shh, we're in a library. So yes, like I said, I'm back from vacation. And while I was on vacation, I read 3 books. The first was Angelica and the Bear Prince by Trung Nguyen. And he also wrote The Magic Fish. And it's basically about loss. Angelica gets this internship through a theater and she's so excited about it, but she's grieving, right? And she's slightly depressed because she just lost her grandmother and she has no one to talk to. She doesn't want to talk to her mom. She's like isolating herself from her friends and just like her normal activities that she's been doing. But she finds a friend in the Bear Prince, and the Bear Prince ends up being this old friend of hers. So it's just them talking and her learning how to grieve and talk to people and listen as well. So yeah, I gave the book a 10 out of 10. It is a graphic novel, so it is something light if you need a palate cleanser, but I enjoyed it. And it is my 10th YA read of the year. I'm done with that. So all of those have been submitted for the teen reading list. So I'll let y'all know how many I got on the teen reading list when that comes out. But yes, that's done. So yes, that's book 1. Book 2 is a book that hasn't come out yet. It doesn't come out till April, but I got it. I got the audiobook on Libro FM. If you're a librarian or a library worker, or if you just want to be one of the people, like sort of like a net gallery, but it's only for audio. I was able to get Big Girl Blitz by Danielle Allen. It's the 3rd book in the Curvy Girl series. The first book is Curvy Girl Summer. The second book is Curvy Girl Summer. Oh, what's the second book about Nina? Okay, so the Curve series by Danielle Allen starts with Aaliyah. Aaliyah has her love story. Then Plus Size Player is about Nina and her love story. The 3rd book is about Jasmine. That's Big Girl Blitz. That's the book that I just got off of Libro FM. It's about Jasmine, a girl who's been celibate. She hasn't been dating. She's like not recently divorced, but there's been enough time where she just wasn't dating anybody. That's not on her radar. She just really wants to be a teacher. She's hanging out with her aunt. But when complications arise with her auntie, she has to go back to her hometown. And then she meets this man and she basically has this whirlwind romance. And it's really good to read a story where it's like you could be sabotaging yourself because you're going through something when you really like someone, and just how that unravels, right? And how she relies on her friends, how she has to face old demons that she went through in high school, like she has to face things that she went through that she tried to bury in her past, but they're always going to come back to haunt you if you don't deal with those things. And just how she navigates a relationship in the limelight. But I don't want to give too much away because I feel like it hasn't come out. and I gave it a 9 out of 10 because I did like it. I do like Curvy Girl Summer and Plus Size Player more, though. This story was good, but no, those two, yes. And I would read them in order as well. But yes, I gave it a 9 out of 10. It's not out yet, but when it's out, go get it. And Goodreads is also doing a giveaway for it. So if you're interested in completing your collection, I would say go do that. So yes, and not last but not least, my third read, An Academic Affair by Jodi McAlister. So first of all, before we get into this book, my coworker recommended it. But she kind of recommended it, She recommended it shadily because she was like, oh, yeah, you might not like it because it's academic and it's kind of nerdy. And I was just like, what? I said, well, what? Do I not have my master's in library science? Like, am I not a nerd? Like, academic? I was like, what is she trying to say? Anyway, I bypassed that and got the book immediately because I wanted to not prove her wrong in that respect, but I wanted to see what she was talking about. And it is academic in the way that it has footnotes, and they are two two PhD holders. There's Sadie and Jonah, and they've always been in competition for about their whole academic lives, from their undergrad when they got their master's and when they got their PhD. So it's like this. They're like not a heated rivalry, wink, wink, but they're basically enemies. They're always fighting for the same positions because they majored in similar things. And because of it, it leads them to a position that they both have to fight for. And when one of them gets it, there's like this moment of, oh, I got this position. I feel so bad because they probably needed it more than me because of other circumstances that they have going on in their lives. What if I could help them? And then we go from there. And I love a fake marriage plot. I love enemies to lovers. This was very cute. It was very wholesome. And it has a very, 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 very slow burn, slow build, all of that. So it was very cute. But I was like, dang. She's like, because it's not the kind of romance you would read. And yes, I do read a different type of romance. I read Black romance. That's what she meant. She meant that because obviously they're not Black, and this isn't a Black author who wrote this romance. But as a young girl growing up, before I got into urban fiction, because I didn't find my place in YA, because at the time they weren't publishing Black authors the way that they are now, I read Sarah Dessen. I was eating her books down, and none of her characters were Black. So, yeah. But yeah, I gave it a 9 out of 10 because I thought it was cute. And it gave me a feel for romance like a Samantha Young would give me, which she also has a series, the Dublin series, where it focuses on all these different characters. And much like Jodi McAlister is going to do with this series of An Academic Affair, the sister of Jonah is going to be in the second book. And I'll put that up there as well. So yeah, a 9 out of 10. And just a reminder, when you recommend a book, don't give away your unconscious biases about what you think a person should be reading, that they do read, or any of that. Just recommend the book and walk away. All right? All right. So yes, those are the three. I was hurt. Anyway, those are the 3 books that I read on vacation. And now that I'm back, we could talk about vacation. I went to Hawaii with a friend that I met last year. You remember on my Japan trip? You should go and watch that because it was a great time. But went to Japan last year with a group of people like EF Ultimate Trips. So I met a girl there. Her name is Ayana. She was also on the trip. We caught a vibe. That's my girl, like bestie from another state. She lives in Georgia. I live in California. We met in Hawaii, and we plan on doing this yearly. But it was just such a good experience, and it was a fun trip. It was her birthday. We got to celebrate it. We got to view the island in all of its glory. I'd never been to Hawaii. I got to shop. I got to eat. And I'm going to put some pictures around, like, I guess as I'm speaking, so that you can get a feel for like how much fun it was. It was expensive too. I'm not going to lie to y'all. It was expensive. And there's a lot going on in Hawaii at this time as well, because when we went, we did get some rain, which was crazy. It was raining really hard, but then it would get hot. So it just depends. People were getting caught in the storms. People's flights were getting canceled and things like that. All I know is we were walking one night and it was raining. We were trying to get back to the hotel and somebody splashed a puddle and all the water was on us. And I was just like, this can't be happening. This is something out of a movie. What did we do? What did we do to deserve this? But yeah, all in all, the trip was amazing. I would definitely recommend, if you have the time, you have the funds, go to Hawaii, go stay and relax. And the hours are different than California. So I got 3 hours back. And when I came back, I had to be back on our time, which I'm still not. But I mean, I think I am, but it's just different on island time. It's so leisurely. The days go by slow. The people are so nice. And I enjoyed myself. And I got a little brown. Yes. So yes, that was the vacation. And also while I was there, I got to go visit the Library of Honolulu, Hawaii, and it was so nice. I was not able to get my library card though, because I did not bring I didn't have my ID or my driver's license. All I had was my passport card. I don't know how I got there and realized that. And I was just like, I was in shambles. But although I didn't get a library card there, I will be back. I did get to tour it and I got to see everything that they have to offer. And it's so nice. And I said, at least I know if I move out there, I could work there potentially. And I know they pay. I also got to go to a luau, which was really nice, to see and hear about some of the culture and some of the history of Hawaii. I got to go see where they filmed some of Jurassic Park and take a 2-hour driving tour. So went to the beach. Like, I did my vacation right. And it's sad enough that I got to go back to work tomorrow after 11 days, but that's okay. But I'm not going to hold y'all. I hope that you have a great week ahead and that you enjoy this library tour, because I know I did. Have a great week ahead. Thank you for watching as always, and peace. Leave your comments. Let me know what vacations you're going on next. Let me know if you've gone to this library and just your thoughts overall about any of the recommendations I gave this weekend. I will be back as always next week. Peace, y'all. Peace.